in the number 79. Evan Bourgois in the number 78. And that is your field. Emerson Kyer was scheduled to start on the front row. He had to head home early, and he's a scratch. Green flag is out. And look at this, 3 wide going into turn 1. And it's Devin Guy down bottom that looks like he'll get the top spot.
But only for long as the number 4 takes over. And on the inside, Nick Mignotti, we said he was fast, and he's already moved into the top 3, and it looks like he wants more.
3 different manufacturers there in the top 3, and Mignotti down low looking to get second place. Joe Catula put his Volkswagen out front so far. 3 different states represented up there in the top 5 as well, as a Mainer leads the way right now over New Hampshire drivers Nick Mignotti and Devin Guy.
As Mignotti trying to get rid of Guy, and he is going to concentrate on the 4 of Catula. He has room on the inside as the sparks fly. Coming out of turn number 4, we have almost a dead heat. 2 drivers. They are crazy glued together as they go into turn 2.
Mignotti visited Victory Lane here on World Series weekend 2 seasons ago. He's also a 2-time winner of the Northeast Mini Stock Tour on the road course here at Thompson. As far as I know, the only driver who's won on the Overland Road Course. Cautions out for a spin by Jake Reum on the backstretch.
He will be lining up next door, and Mignotti in the front row alongside Joe Catula.
A Nissan leads a Volkswagen over a Honda, an Acura, and a Chevrolet. 5 different makes in the top 5 right here, but Nick Mignotti, he's the one up front. Green flag comes out, and he drag races with Catula to the line.
And he wins that battle as a 63. He looked like a Chris Sale fastball. Removing into the lead, Catula on the outskirts of turn number 2 moves into second, and we have an intense battle for 3rd and 4th. Kimball is able to move into the spot, but right there is Devin Guy.
Devin Guy in that little Honda CRX winding it up down low. That orange car, that maybe a little bit of Dave Dion orange there in the number 23. He's looking for 3rd, gets underneath Catula. And right now Catula has the longer car, so he gets the spot down the backstretch.
Skilling's moving up in car number 90, and right there with him is Mike Vaines in the 85. Nick Anderson in the 00, but a hefty lead has been torn open by Nick Mignotti.
Mignotti very fast, driving a Nissan Sentra SER, car much like many of you may have driven to the track in today. That's actually an engine they imported from Japan. Not a very expensive engine, but what they call a JDM engine that they got in a crate, put in that car, and make the car go fast for not a lot of money.
As Nick Mignotti, it's like he's driving a Ferrari here,
yes,
as he is leading by the length of a fire truck over Matt Kimball. There's a little action deeper in the field, as here comes Mike Vaines. He is going to go to the outside of Skillings in a pretty good move. Whirlwinds his way around the 90.
Now Vaines came into this race 3rd in points, healthy way back from Matt Kimball, the point leader, but only 1 point back from Aaron Aiken, who's driving the number 33X. She's way back in the field, actually one of the last cars on the racetrack, so looks to be a good point night for Mike Vaines if the next 14 laps goes like the first 6 have.
And the drum major of the parade is Nick Mignotti in car number 63. Matt Kimball cruising along in second. Nick Anderson going by Skillings. Maybe something happened to the 90 car, Mike, because it's not as powerful as it used to be.
They have had some bad luck in the engine department through the last few years. That car turns over 9,000 RPMs going down the backstretch, so it's not unusual for something to possibly break. And right now, it looks like he's off the pace with that 90, dropping out of the top 10. Your defending winner may not be the winner tonight.
As Nate Taylor taking over the ride in car number 34, he is moving up. Good battle. Catula on the outside. Vaines on the inside. Give the position to Mike Vaines as he infiltrates the top 4.
Man, he's got some laps on this track, and he's making it work here. He's a driver who looks very conservative. You don't see a lot of exciting moments from Mike Vaines, but you look up and it's like, wait a minute, He's 2 spots higher than he was a lap ago. Very consistent, conservative driver, and as you can tell, unofficially second in points right now, with only 1 race to go after tonight.
I think that's the way reasoning they call him the Iceman.
Yes.
Because he stays cool all the time, no matter how intense it gets out on the track. And I think the same could be said for Mignotti, as he is already in turn number 4, when most are in turn number 3, when most of the field is in turn number 2. And there is another car that is struggling, the 31. A couple of cars double team him.
I believe he got the black flag for maybe being a little slow. You also see Andrew Farnham there ducking in on turn 3. They come all the way off Long Island to race with us throughout events of New England. And Andrew Farnham, not his night with that Toyota, but gets an A for effort for just coming across on the ferry to come race here.
Well, it looks like Kimball getting a little closer to our leader, Nick Mignotti. So Kimball, he is not thrown in the towel, and we could have a pretty interesting battle developing between Mignotti and Kimball.
Well, the rule of not starting in the top 10 may prove to be a good one here, as, we're just past halfway, and he's gaining on Nick Mignotti. Looks like we're going to have a pretty good 2-car race here over the last 7 laps.
Yeah, I think it's going to be getting better. So it is Mignotti. The lead is starting to shrink. It was as big as a sequoia tree. Now it's about as big as a ruler. And it is the pressure applied by Kimball in 3rd, Devin Guy. That hasn't changed. Vanes in 4th. Katula in 5th. And Nick Anderson looking to make a move to get into the top 5.
Nick Anderson's had some tough luck this year. Him and his dad and his fiance pretty much are that team, and they do a lot with a little, and they've had some parts failures and not done so well at certain races because of that. But he's got a solid run coming close to home here tonight.
And going to the extreme outside was Kimball, as the lead continues to dwindle for the 63 of Mignotti, and they are almost crazy glued together. It is the 63 of Mignotti, and in second, trailing by about the length of a pitchfork, is that number 50 of Kimball. Now they have to go through the slower cars. This could really be interesting.
4 to go and 1 car length between first and second. Lap traffic ahead, 2 wide. Mignotti throws it in deep, maybe a little too deep. He gets sideways. Kimball gets underneath him, going down the back stretch and neck and neck.
And the torpedo move by Matt Kimball. He is trying to get the lead, but the yellow flag comes out.
This guy there in the 85 car. So it's going to get interesting here. We've got a good half dozen cars that, if things go right, could win this race.
So we are ready to turn him loose.
Pace car is off. And the green flag is out. Mignotti gets a good jump there.
Boy, he looked like an arrow being shot out of a bow.
Yes, he definitely put the hammer down there, but Kimball's not far off here. About a car length difference going down the backstretch. Going to be 3 to go this time by. Now, Devin Guy's joining in there. He's reeling in Kimball for second. Mike Vanes and Nick Anderson not far back. Single file for the time being.
Then it's Kurtula, followed by Skillings. And then the 34 of Taylor and the 71 of Matt Butcher up at the front. Battle for the lead. Here comes Kimball underneath.
Kimball makes a power move out of turn 2. He brings Devin Guy with him. They both get by Nick Mignotti. Also, the number 85 of Mike Vanes looking to get by as well. Mignotti trapped up high there going down the front stretch. 2 to go.
And it was Guy holding on to the shirt tail of Matt Kimball to move into second. So Kimball, it didn't take him long to become a contender tonight. He started 11th. By about the second lap, he was in the top 4, and now he is all by his lonesome in the lead. They firecracker their way off the corner, down with 1 to go, and it is Matt Kimball in the lead.
Mignotti all the way to the end of the lead lap. Now he's coming into the pits. They've had overheating problems all year. He's out of the race. But up front, Matt Kimball leading Devin Guy, Mike Vanes, Nick Anderson, and Joe Catula. Less than 2 turns to go between Kimball and Victory Lane.
And here is Kimball as he rabble-rouses his way out of the corner. It will be Matt Kimball to win it. In second, Devin Guy. Mike Vanes in 3rd. Nick Anderson 4th. Joe Catula in 5th. Desmond Skillings in 6th.
firewood?
Well, no, not today. I slept in and went out to breakfast with my girlfriend. Then we came up early and watched the wheel on tour, but that's what I do for my full-time job during the week. And I pretty much work 7 days a week when I can, but I just couldn't be here without Bob and my whole family, my brother, my car owner, all the competitors. Seems like the last race of the day was probably the cleanest race. I mean, we could have done this race at 10 a.m. and been done before everything even got here. But I'm really disappointed that we had to. We were here Friday morning, practiced once, got here Saturday morning, practiced once in the morning, qualified at 10:30, and then sat here till 11, and then we sat here all day. But I couldn't do it without all my family. I'm so glad Devin got second right behind me. And all my sponsors, KOJ Jewelry, Edmonds Ace Hardware, Trends of Fashion, Chucky's Fight, Desonia & Sons Truck, and the American Legion, Jim Craig Electric, T&J Waste Management, Personalizer, Peterbilt Tool, Tyler Small Engine, Kimball Trucking, 360 Design, The Bean Group, Mark Stephen Wood Designs, and thanks for all the fans for sticking this one out.
Well, I got to see a great race between you and the 63 and Nick Mignotti. Was that as fun as it looked?
Yeah, it was good. The first couple laps, I was trying to figure out what I was doing wrong because the car was bouncing, but really I was just being too hard on my brakes again and not turning in, being smooth. But once I got the hang of it, I started running him down just a little bit, and then he got loose, and I just got under him.